There is such a thing as lock-in rents or lock-in lease agreements. So, you might be good getting in as soon as possible because who knows what's going to go on in the next coming months. But here where we are right now, we're going to work right here in Queens. First, the average listed rent in Queens for the middle of December is $3,897. All right, and the median listed rent is $3,602. Okay, and just to show you where we are from last year, it was $3,541. So see a slight increase, and I want to make sure that you get this, and you know that these things happen for multiple reasons. There may be some new things going on in the neighborhood. There may be some outside economic factors. There's a lot of moving pieces, and this is where that lock-in effect comes into play. All right, let's go into the inventory. The inventory is 1,272 properties that are available, 309 new listings. We also have 253 rent drops, and this is the number that we like to pay attention to. You can actually negotiate better when you see something that dropped in rent or dropped in sales. You see something drop down. There may be some inconsistency there. There may be a reassessment of what's going on, and this is where your negotiation power plays in. All right, and if you're not on top of these current activities, you should at least talk to somebody that is. 79 taken off market. That's another number we like to take in consideration because we can negotiate with them as well. Why was it taken off market? Was it at a competitive price? Were you looking for something in particular to make you move this inventory into the sales side or the rent side? Okay, and 189 rented out. So look what you have. 1,272 out there, 79 taken off market, 253 rent drops, and 189 rented out in Queens. Okay, let's go into the Brooklyn. Another requested borough, highly requested borough. Let's go into it. The average rent listed in Brooklyn, $4,519. The median listed rent is at $4,000, so we're roughly around the $4,000 range. So the interesting thing about Brooklyn, the further south you go, you'll see apartments for $2,000, 1,750, 1,895. They're in pockets, in exclusive listings, pocket listings, other dimensions that we carry on as agents between each other. And, when you get these listings, you have to definitely go right to it. It gets swallowed up because the demand is high and the price point makes sense. So this is where having your paperwork and all your financials and everything intact all together in one solid file. I will help you if you need any assistance in that. New listings, 1,112 new listings in Brooklyn. Take heed to that because there's a lot of expansion, especially with the new developments that's going on. A lot of the rezoning took an effect. And also there's revitalization programs that are available, everything from Atlantic Avenue to the Gateway and the Belt Parkway area. So this is an exciting time, and there's going to be more things coming up that's on the slate for the near future. Rental inventory available, 3,417 properties out there right now. 561 rent drops, 357 taken off the market. This is where, like I said, these two are where we're going to we can figure what our strategy is. Can we negotiate? Is there a reason why they were taken off the market? Why did the rent drop? These are the things we want to find out. Rented altogether, 658. Only 658. Mind you, there's 3,417 listings. Okay, let's go into Manhattan. Okay, and that includes everything from Battery Park and up. Remember, we're in the middle of December. It's about, I would say, eight solid days for you to get into your next place if you have all your affairs and financials in order. The average listed price, $6,423. The median listed price was $4,925. Okay, and this is for all sizes. Another thing is it breaks down to, the studio, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom. 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom is usually what people are looking for. Okay, unless they're doing something like a short term, they'll do the studio. They have a larger family, they're looking into the 3 bedroom or the option to buy. Okay? New listings, 1,536 new listings, so there's plenty of work out there. The existing inventory right now in Manhattan, 6,247 units. Will you be in the next unit? Subscribe to the channel, subscribe to what we do. Make sure you put a like so you can keep this information rolling in your circles and your network, and you can talk to people about, if you're planning on renting in the city, this is what's going on. All right, 2,564 rent drops, very significant. Again, the average listed rent, was 6,423. Then you got this 2,564 rent drops. There was some inconsistencies going on there. There's not a good trade-off. We want to find out what's going on so we can have some negotiation power. Also, 417 taken off the market. You got 934 rented properties, almost 1,000. Okay, so there's still plenty of inventory with that 6,247 out there. Having consistent conversation with some people may be a challenge, especially right now. Like I said, there's the hustle and bustle. People are juggling 4 to 6 tasks at a time. They're not going to get to you right away. There's times where I've been ghosted, and I'm repeatedly calling, repeatedly texting, and it does get worrisome sometimes. Where this is where your faith kicks in, this is where your resilience kicks in, and this is where the heavy lifting can be done with somebody in your side. So, you still have work to do, but we do, as a tenant representative, do all of the work. Okay? The rejection as well, we take it. So, just want to make your experience as light as possible. Let's go into Bronx. So that was Manhattan. Let's go into the Bronx. All right. The average listed rent in the Bronx is roughly $3,000, $2,955. The median listed rent is $2,887. A little bit climb up, about $300 from last year, but still significantly lower than its Manhattan counterparts and for Brooklyn. Okay, we got 82 new listings in the Bronx, 320 total that are out there. So we want to know, what are those missing factors that they're not filling that inventory. 59 rent drops, 47 taken off the market altogether. You want to find out why they were taken off the market. Do they plan to push it forward? They plan to re-enter the market? Do they want to keep it off the market and sell that way, exclusive? We want to be able to find out everything we need to find out there, and negotiation power if we have an advantage. 79 rented properties altogether in the Bronx. Okay, so that has been the rundown of the major four boroughs. I don't usually go into Staten Island, but I will do a special report on Staten Island. But I want to make sure that a lot of people comment. Do you want some Staten Island information? I will put it down there. But most of the terrain that I cover is Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx, and of course Manhattan, where our base is. Um, like I said, welcome to the page. Make sure you subscribe. Fine Real Estate is in effect doing enormous numbers. We have a great team and also a great brokerage. But more important than that, I would say just as important than that, is the information. Get this information that will empower you to push you forward in your journey ahead. Let's use the keys of communication to open doors and new opportunities. And till later.